feliz 4 de julio, bienvenidos a la gira en español de los estudios.
Alright, folks, joining us here from the queue, head down to your right-hand side. The tour is open seating, so you're actually going to choose your own seat by choosing a star.
Spanish language tour, if you are English language tour, please you can get up and help on the next one.
Good luck on this one, guys, because we're supposed to be here to see a movie studio, but it's going to be hard to concentrate on the movie studio with Eddie as your tour guide. All aboard, this is yours.
All right, hello everybody. Welcome to the studio tour. Let's board our tram slide all the way over to the right-hand side for me. You definitely need a pair of 3D glasses. If anyone is lacking a pair, just raise your hand. We'll get you a pair. Very, very important for the tour, though, the 3D glasses. I'm also kind of important for this tour. I'm your tour guide. Everybody say hi, Eddie.
Hi, Eddie.
Oh, hi. Happy 4th of July. Who's never been on the tour before? A lot of us. Awesome. All right, we're going to visit the biggest and busiest film studio in Los Angeles today, you guys. We're home to so many great shows. The Voice films here. We're going to see their soundstage. Season 4 of The Good Place, one of my favorites. Also films on our backlot. We got some Good Place people here. We're also home to Home and Family, Will and Grace, Superstore, America's Got Talent, American Ninja War. It's going to be a really great time, you guys. So have your cameras ready. And once again, if you're just arriving to the tram, slide all the way over to the right-hand side for me. And if you need a pair of glasses, raise your hands. If you have any small children, what were you thinking? No, I'm just kidding. If you have any small children, make sure they're sitting in the center seats for their own safety, please.
I've been on that tour so many times since I was a kid, and I just love every day.
The first time I ever went on the Universal lot, you did the tour.
I grew up in Los Angeles, and that was like the place to go and see Jaws.
I got my introduction to Universal Studios through the tour. To be in the movies and seeing the trams drive by. It's very overwhelming.
One of the coolest things actually about shooting for Universal. It's like there's Jaws, there's the flash flood, there's trams are riding around again. It's the coolest thing ever.
1979. Back then, the tram drivers were reckless and crazy. There was no restriction on cars going anywhere. We used to drive all over and kind of duel with them back and forth.
I have so many amazing memories of the lot when we were shooting Back to the Future.
Being here brings me back in time, I'll tell you that.
The tram would come through, the tourists would see Michael J. Fox, and they're taking a camera, snap, snap, snap. So one day, Michael J. Fox had his own camera, and every time the tourists came through snapping their pictures, he ran out and he started taking pictures of them.
All right, Tram, last call on 3D glasses. Are we good? Anyone need a pair? I think we're good. Hey, our driver today is Ben. Everybody say hi, Ben. All right, that's all we need. Wave goodbye to those people still standing in line. Goodbye, everybody. We'll see you later. Hey, Tram, let's take a second to meet my co-host. He is the host of The Tonight Show. You know him. You love him. Here's Jimmy Fallon. Jimmy.
Oh, hey there. You made it. Welcome to the Universal Studios. I'm Jimmy Fallon. I'll be making sure that you get through this experience in one piece. You've got the very best guide.
Eddie.
And the greatest driver.
Ben.
They're the best. I love them. Even though
everyone here
owes me $5. Uh-oh. I know you guys are excited to get on the tour, but first, a few safety rules.
Okay, Tram, just some quick rules here. Throughout our tour, we are going to experience fire effects, water effects, and also some sudden tram movements. So take the time to secure your loose belongings. If you guys have an emergency, medical, you drop something off our tram, sound or video issues, anything at all, just stay on the tram. Don't jump off the tram, you guys. There's an emergency cord above your heads. Give that a pull. I'll come back and help you out as soon as I can. Also, keep those selfie sticks folded up inside of our tram car for the duration of our tour. And finally, that's right, stay seated, folks. Now, get your cameras ready. We're out of the theme park. We are officially in our film and television studio. You know, Universal Studios is actually the largest film studio in Los Angeles. We have 400 acres of film land to explore, and only 45 minutes to do it, so we're going to cover a lot of ground here today. We're also the oldest. Opening day for us, March 15th, 1915. That handsome guy in your TVs right there is our founder. That is Carl Lemley. Carl Lemley's dream was to make a city that was entirely dedicated to filmmaking. So he moved from Germany to the west coast of the United States, bought himself a 400-acre chicken ranch, and radically transformed it into what he wanted, what his dream, Universal City. We've always been a city, by the way. We have a zip code, we have a fire station on your right-hand side here, we have a DMV, a post office, an honorary mayor, and we have sound stages. Now, a soundstage is a big, massive warehouse that's 98% soundproof, and this is actually where the majority of filming happens in Hollywood and all major studios. So we're going to show you some of our favorite sound stages here. The first one is at the bottom of this hill. It's going to be on your left-hand side. Let's get Carson Daly to tell us more. Hey, Carson.
Hi, everybody. I'm Carson Daly from NBC is The Voice. I want to welcome you to the Universal Front Lot. Our show is filmed on stage 12. It happens to be the largest soundstage on the Universal lot. Take a look.
Here we go, folks. On your left, stage 12. Home to The Voice. Woo. That's 29,000 square feet. The soundstage on your left was built in 1929. It's been the home to some real icons as far as films go. I'll show you a couple here. Now, another major reason we use stages is you can build anything you want inside of them. We built the surface of the moon for Apollo 13 here. We built Whoville for the Grinch. We even built a giant big box store for television show Superstore. And this is one of the largest sets we've ever built for TV. They're in 3 sound stages to fit the entire store. Stages 17 and 16 coming up on your left. Actually, guys, the door's open. Look to your left. You'll see the store right there. It's called the Cloud9 store. Let me show you what it looks like on your TVs here.
Let's have some patience for one another.
Yeah, you know, the heat makes us all act.
If your face stays where it is, it's gonna get punched.
I mean, if you were to go in there, you'd want to start shopping, you guys. It's pretty incredible. The fact that there's a ceiling also makes this set very unique. Watch a television show, you're not going to see a lot of ceilings. Why? Usually we're hanging lights or microphones above the actors' heads, but because of the enormity of this set, we had to build it, because it's inevitable you'll see it. Now, Superstore also films to your left-hand side at stage 21, oldest stage on our backlot. That was built back in 1925. They tested the shark in there for Jaws. There's a big underwater tank we can use for filming. This is also home to Weeds with Mary Louise Parker, the entire run of the Mindy Project. They even turned this into Jane Lynch's mansion in a Hollywood game night.
Is worth more in Scrabble tiles. Uzo Aduba or David Oyelowo? Uzo Aduba.
Here at Universal, our first broadcast was 1939. And in the stages coming up on your right, we brought to life some major television shows. The Jeffersons filmed here, Matlock, Murder, She Wrote, Who's the Boss, Desperate Housewives, Parenthood, Coach. Currently we have 2 television shows working in our sound stages to your right. We're working on Family Feud, hosted by Steve Harvey. And then I know we have a couple fans of this show, The Good Place. That's filming at Soundstage 44 coming up on your right-hand side. Let me show you guys a preview of the first season here.
You, Eleanor Shellstruck, are dead.
Cool.
This location, the afterlife, come on. I have never ever seen this. You're in the good place.
I'm not supposed to be here. I can't risk going to the bad place.
Maybe it's not all that bad.
How can I help you?
What is the bad place like?
Well, it doesn't sound awesome.
It's their final season they're working on, you guys. We're sad to see it go. If you look to your right, actually, you'll see their dressing rooms. See these trailers here? These are called Star Wagons. So productions will use mobile trailers because we film in the sound stages only for the interior scenes. We go off the lot entirely for some exteriors. We also use our outdoor sets for the exteriors that you're going to see here in a second. However, the buildings on your left, these were originally built as permanent dressing rooms for Lucille Ball, John Wayne, Jimmy Stewart, Doris Day. Now, the buildings on your left today are where we audition actors. We'll write scripts in here as well. So pay attention to the names of the placards on the parking spots and outside the buildings. I bet you're going to recognize names here. Almost every director in Hollywood has had an office here one time or another, including that gentleman right there, Sir Alfred Hitchcock. You'll see his silhouette coming up on your left outside of Bungalow 5195. visit one of his most iconic sets a little bit later today. Director of Psycho, Vertigo, The Birds. Okay, now Tram, we are expanding our film studio. Coming up on your left are 2 new sound stages. Stage 22, home to Will and Grace. You'll see their parking spots out front. On the other side is stage 23. That's been super busy. World of Dance with Jennifer Lopez is filmed there. America's Got Talent has also filmed there. Even a musical production in 2016. That, my friends, was Hairspray Live. Now, I mentioned the sound stages are only for interiors. So what productions will do is move into our backlot to capture those exteriors. That's what we're gonna do, guys. Get your cameras ready. Coming up on your right, easily some of my favorite sets. We have a city within a city. Now the advantage of having this is this could be any city. For Hairspray, it was Baltimore. For the Blues Brothers, this is Chicago. For this scene in Bruce Almighty, this is New York. Let's take a look at the scene. They started this scene in a stage. He's in his apartment. And then 1 month later, they came down to Brownstone Street, over here to your right-hand side, and they finished the scene off. Check it out. Now, you'll notice how different it looks on your monitors. So what they did is what a lot of productions do. It's called set dressing. They will add trees, street signs, pedestrians, vehicles. It's going to inform the time period and the location of your production.
Oh, you're done now.
Because you know what's really special about having your own city? You can time travel. We can go in the past. We're in the present. We can even take you guys right back to the future. Here on your left-hand side, you got the Lion Estate signs, entrance to Marty McFly's neighborhood. As we turn this corner, also on your left is the iconic clock tower. Still here. Let's take a closer look.
It was actually the backlot, the courthouse square, that inspired the entire climax to Back to the Future.
I had scenes up in the clock tower on that ledge. There was a ledge about that wide. And I was standing inside looking at the ledge, and I already had vertigo. I just thought there's no way in the world, no way I'm going to stand on that. I was up there for quite a while. Of course, I had a cable.
Okay, now I'm going to give you a special little tidbit. Other tour guides might not do. You guys, notice the open door in the courthouse? Do you see the base of a pillar in there? That's the original front end of the courthouse. So this became way too iconic from Back to the Future. So what we had to do is build a shell around the original one. Ghost Whisperer with Jennifer Love Hewitt several years ago actually were the ones that built this facade. So now we can use it for other productions. What's actually really great about these buildings here is you're going to find them in so many different films and television shows, but it's the same set. The courthouse, the clock tower for Back to the Future was the courthouse all the way back in To Kill a Mockingbird. There's a scene in Eddie Murphy's Nutty Professor when he gets supersized in a nightmare and he attacks a building. He's attacking the clock tower from Back to the Future. So we're going to leave that small town of Hill Valley, though, you guys. Welcome to our version of New York City. We are now on the longest street in our metro sense, you guys. We call this New York Street. Now, the name's a little deceiving, though, because you're looking at London for Austin Powers. You are looking at San Francisco and Dirty Harry. You're even looking at Moscow, Russia, and Castaway. Again, it comes down to the set dressings we add. You can actually change the style of brick entirely. All of these buildings are made of plastic, foam rubber, and plywood. You can do it in a day. Let's get Jimmy Fallon to tell us a little bit more here. Jimmy.
Hey everyone, welcome to New York! I got my start right here in New York on Saturday Night Live. This is actually my old neighborhood. Once got mugged over there. An old woman. Tough lady. This is my favorite hot dog guy. Hey buddy, how's it going? Remember me? No. Just like old times. Gotta love New York City. Hey! I'm walking here! I'm walking here! Hey, it's cool guys. I was just walking there. So it's not exactly New York, but a lot of times when you see New York in the movies, it was shot right here on the Universal Metro sets. If you can make it here, you can make it anywhere. Even if you make it here on the Universal lot.
What's also cool is the variety of style we have here. Obviously you can change it, but we have some older brownstone buildings. You got a more modern glass and steel structure to your right. By the way, that's Oscorp in Amazing Spider-Man, if you guys have seen that film. A lot smaller in real life. What we did is throw a green screen at the top, and then you can expand it using digital effects. Actually, keep looking up the links of these buildings. You're gonna notice the windows getting slightly smaller. You're not going crazy, guys. This is intentional. This is what we call forced perspective. So the windows were physically built smaller because it gives the illusion for our cameras the buildings are a little taller. Now the way it would work is we have an actor go up to a door, open it maybe a little bit, and then we cut, move inside of a soundstage. So again, our Metro sets, these are only for exterior scenes. Now sometimes we'll put sprinklers on the rooftops to create a little rainfall. We'll use fog machines, strobe lights for lightning. You can do stunt scenes here you could never do in an actual city. Let me show you one.
When the Pinto fell, and you saw it land and make this big hole in the street, that was on the Backlot. We dropped it from a crane. You dig like that in Chicago, you're not a good idea.
When people ask me of all of the movies I've ever done, what was the most satisfying, the most fun, I've got to say Blues Brothers. We got to sing, we got to dance, got to drive, and trained with the best stunt people in the world, and got to be an actor and a writer. So it was a good piece of work.
Danny called John America's Guest because just to walk into anybody's house.
During the shooting of the movie, John was missing. We couldn't find him.
Danny went off looking for him. We saw a light on in this one house and knocked on the door.
I said, sir, we're doing a movie down here. We're looking for one of our actors. Oh, John, yeah, he's on my couch. He came in, he had a snack a couple hours ago. He's sleeping. He was America's Guest. I mean, literally that.
There was another movie that came out in the 1980s that filmed here called Streets of Fire. The whole movie takes place at night. They can only film in the daytime. So what we had to do was develop 2 miles of this thick black fabric that we draped over every building that you're looking at right now. That was just to block out the sun.
Yeah, I remember it.
I'm telling you, anything you want to do here, we can do it for our filmmakers. Thousands of commercials have worked here, you guys. At least one sketch in Key and Peele every episode. There's an episode of How I Met Your Mother. They were looking for the perfect burger in New York. They're not in New York, they're on New York Street. American Ninja Warrior just filmed their new season here. Brooklyn Nine-Nine. Every CSI. Am I ruining television for you? I hope not. I hope I'm sort of enhancing kind of your viewing experience so you kind of know all the details that go into production. Now guys, sets here in Hollywood do come in all shapes and sizes. We obviously have the beautiful life-size Metropolitan area here. But Peter Jackson, for his version of King Kong, actually created over 800 miniatures for his film. Now, why did he do this? Any other director would have created this film using CGI. That stands for computer-generated imagery. However, Peter Jackson knows you, the audience, can tell the difference between a computer effect and a physical set. You'll notice the ship right there. It could fit in a bathtub, you guys. It's pretty incredible. The detail was amazing, too. King Kong, obviously one of many monsters that brought to life at Universal. There's Duckzilla. It was actually right around 1930 that Universal kind of invented the monster movie. What happened was the Great Depression almost bankrupted us. So what we could no longer do was pay a large writing staff to create original storylines. We had a pretty ingenious move. Basically, we took free books available in the public domain and we filmed them. Dracula was available, Frankenstein also available. This was snowballed into a brand new genre and became the monster movie. Tram. So we talked about how we create our movies. Speaking of Universal monsters, we're going to put you guys inside of one.
It's the original King Kong that made me want to direct movies. I saw that movie on TV when I was about 8 or 9 years old, and I wanted to become a filmmaker. sci-fi films that just take you away from your real life and sweep you up on the edge. Kong literally does that. I mean, you're on board the ship, you're sailing to a lost island, you're encountering monsters, creatures from, you know, prehistoric times. So I was thrilled that Universal invited me back to Skull Island, and it's great to have you along for the ride. Now, we have created this 3D immersive experience, so you're going to have your glasses ready. Don't put them on yet, just have them in your hand because we're about to return to Skull Island.
That's right, Tram. Okay, now, do me a favor. Take the time to secure your loose belongings. Trust me, it's going to be a very, very bumpy ride. And as Peter Jackson just said, don't put those glasses on just yet, you guys, but have those ready. Right now we're going to hear a little bit more from director Peter Jackson on how he created King Kong for this film.
We really put a lot of thought into the character and personality of Kong, and he's so much more than a monster. In fact, he's not a monster. You know, he is an incredibly majestic, ancient creature. He's a force of nature. He's old, he's wise, he's proud, he's fierce, and obviously he has a heart. The most important feature of Kong are his eyes. Kong's eyes are wonderfully expressive. They're full of emotion. His eyes are the window into his personality and his heart. He's had an enormous number of encounters with his foes, the T-Rexes and the various dinosaurs on Skull Island, so he's been beaten up, scarred, chewed up, spat out by these dinosaurs at various times, and he wears the scars of a lot of ancient battles.
All right, Peter, some of our guests are looking a little scared on this tram. Why don't you tell us exactly what the Universal Tram is about to do?
The Universal Tram is winding its way through a very rough, narrow trail in Skull Island, allowing the visitors a little sneak peek at some of the wildlife of Skull Island.
King Kong 360 3D. You guys like it? I do that 4 times a day. Let's revisit the attraction here for a second. Tram, that was brought to life by Peter Jackson and Weta Digital. Those screens are the second largest 3D screens on the planet. They are 40 feet tall and 180 feet wide. Weta Digital's won 6 Oscars, by the way. They worked on Deadpool, Avatar, the Lord of the Rings trilogy, Hobbit trilogy, obviously King Kong as well.
With a project like the studio tour, the audience is in the middle of the environment. So they're looking in all directions. There's creatures coming at them. They're seeing Kong from this side and T-Rexes from the other side.
Working on a movie, we always know people are looking straight ahead, they're looking at the shot that we're working on.
Here you have to take into account that people are looking in all directions.
Also, one of the things about this, a lot of the movies that we're used to working on, there's no cuts, because it's one giant shot, and this tram that's driving along through Skull Island is where the camera's from. This ring represents where the screen is 10 meters away.
We're really creating about 50 minutes of a feature film. That amount of visual information, that number of pixels, and presenting them to the audience, it's a hell of a ride.
Alright, you guys, we're going to take a little different kind of ride here, so put away those glasses, get your cameras back out. Back in our Metro sets, we talk set dressing. So, next time you watch your favorite TV show, or film, pay attention to the cars they drive. A picture car is a really nice storytelling element. Without dialogue, you're going to know personality of the character, type, period, and location. Now, on your left, we got a lot of icons here. One of 9 Ferraris from Magnum PI is up here. They used 9 because they crashed 8. Not a real Ferrari, though. It is a dune buggy with a plastic Ferrari shell. How about that, you guys? It's a faux Ferrari, so to speak. Back to the Future's up here. These are cool. There's Biff's car in your TVs. There it is right there. Flintstones are up here. It's like the Prius of Bedrock, right? It's prehistoric. Those are golf carts. You can drive them. Hobbs and Shaw coming out August 2nd. Look at these Fast and Furious cars here. Jurassic World is opening this summer, too. We're super excited for that. Gyrosphere. Here's one of my favorites. Military tank from Transformers. Okay, take a close look, you guys. It's made of plywood. Isn't that crazy? It's from IKEA. Okay. Now, you might want to wake up our Raiders fan here, because we're going to take you guys to a terrifying island off the coast of Costa Rica. And we need our wits about us.
To Jurassic Park.
Why are we taking you here? Well, guys, we have the largest picture car we have ever built for a movie coming up around this corner. See that mobile app? That is also made of plywood. The Cliff is a parking garage that some of you guys parked in today. Alright, here we go, folks. Mobile Lab's going to be on your left. You're going to see other props from the films here as well. Prop is a word short for property, by the way. It's any object the actor interacts with. It could be a paper clip, it could be a piano, anything like that. Wait a second. Why are these cages empty? This is not good. There's supposed to be Dilophosaurus in the... Oh no, they're loose! Look out! Ah!
Oh, look at that.
Sorry. That was Steven Spielberg's idea. You know, this tour could be called the Steven Spielberg Tour. The man has worked in every set you're going to see today. In fact, throw your hands up. We're going to take a little roller coaster ride down the hill into Peru from Indiana Jones and the Kingdom of the Crystal Skull. Now, this set is also ancient China in the animated film Hop. This is Mexico in Nacho Libre with Jack Black. In fact, this set is called Old Mexico. Another one of my favorites. I'll tell you why, guys. We're in Southern California. We're famous for sunshine. Now, that's great for the beach. That's not great for making a movie. We talked about weather earlier in our Metro sets. pay attention anytime they introduce a weather element in a film, because what that is doing is trying to set the mood. Maybe make things a little romantic, maybe a little scary. Now look on your left-hand side, Tram. Here's something that pretty much never happens in Los Angeles.
Oh, wow.
You call it rain. People in LA call it a problem. What's going on? That's what they say. This is movie rain, guys. It's 5 times thicker than actual rain, so our cameras can pick it up. Sometimes we'll put milk into it. It just makes it opaque for the camera. And tasty for the actors, too. You know, I can look out and see who's from LA because you look a little confused. You're like, what is this? What is this stuff? Guys, let's just celebrate. It's raining in the valley. This is awesome. Wait a second, I left it on too long. Oh my gosh, car 3, brace yourselves. Hey, car 1, who wants a free refill? Our first celebrity sighting of the tour, ladies and gentlemen, the flash flood of old Mexico. That's right, I said celebrity. The Flood is an actor. In fact, you might remember the Flood playing the role of the Flood in Big Fat Liar. Check it out. Also watch Lady Gaga's music video for Judas. She gets hit by that flood in 7-inch heels and does not go down. Can't say the same for Paul Giamatti here. Alright, we're doing well here, guys. We're going to cross the border now. We're going to leave old Mexico. Welcome to 6 Points, Texas. Oldest sense in Universal. Built in 1915. You're not going crazy. The buildings are getting larger the further we go down this street. This is another form of forced perspective. In this case, it gives the illusion the street's a little bit longer. Looks a little more menacing if we're doing a dual sequence with 2 cowboys. Speaking of cowboys, some legends started here. Thousands of Western films worked here, you guys. In fact, Quentin Tarantino's newest film, Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, pays homage to the Western and filmed here. It comes out July 26th. Brad Pitt, Leonardo DiCaprio, Margot Robbie stars in that film. Now, not everything on set of a Western was quite as it seemed, though. You see the window behind that cowboy on your monitors? That window is made of sugar. It's called candy glass, so it shatters very easily. The furniture was made of balsa wood, so it broke very easily. And even the actors weren't quite as they seemed. Kirk Douglas in the yellow scarf was 5'7". John Wayne was 6'4". They're the same height. What's going on here? He didn't want to look shorter than John Wayne, so he said, give me a box to stand on.
Ground first.
And that's why John Wayne surprises Kirk Douglas when he leaves frame, because he knows he can't follow him. He can fall off his box. Now, right around 1930, the Western ended and the monster movie was born. We talked about these a little earlier. I'm talking about Frankenstein and Dracula and the Invisible Man, who's actually standing right there. Please don't touch him. See this body of water on your left? That's the Amazon River and Creature from the Black Lagoon. It's also the ocean in Gilligan's Island. The monsters were all brought to life in that set to your left. Hey, Good Place fans, that's the Good Place. You know what? Unfortunately, we would take you through the sets, but because they are in production for season 4, that is closed. However, this is a special day. It is 4th of July, okay? Not a lot of filming happening. We've rerouted the tour. Get your cameras ready to go, you guys. We're going to take you inside of a very special soundstage. Now, what makes this special? Well, for one thing, it's a subway. In fact, if you're a fan of Bones, they filmed an episode here. This is supposed to be Washington, D.C. for Bones. However, it's about to be San Francisco in the 1980s for a movie. It was also New York at one time. This was Chicago. This was London. It is as simple as changing the signs of the subway stop over to your left-hand side, and you're instantly transported to another city. Now, the other thing that makes this stage very special, this has 2 floors. Top floor is Chinatown in San Francisco right now. The bottom floor, obviously, the Embarcadero stop. Plus here, you don't have to worry about trains, you don't have to worry about pedestrians walking through the shop. But you're gonna have to worry about one thing, and that's why I threw this up here, Tram. Are you ready for an earthquake? survived the earthquake. Now, who likes sequels? The flash flood has returned. The flood is here. Hopefully the flood doesn't follow us anymore. And we did it. We survived an 8.3 earthquake. Did you guys feel that one earlier today, that real one? Here's what it looks like in that episode of Bones. What's going on? Alright, you guys are tough, I'll give you that. You survived a lot today. 2 earthquakes, a flood, a dinosaur attack. Let's see how you do with our beach. Welcome to New England. We're going to Amity Island. Okay, now I am legally required to tell you we had a sighting in the water just moments ago. However, we have a very brave man in the water right now. He's going to protect us. His name is George. He was just hired an hour ago. Oh, look at that. So he's doesn't have a lot of experience, but he's very brave. That's what I've been told. Oh my gosh. Look at that. On your right, George. George, protect yourself. George, no. Oh no, he's being eaten. And you're taking photos. What is wrong with you? And you're laughing now. Oh no. Oh my gosh. Okay, we are gonna hide Tram behind these oil drums that say gasoline. It's probably expired. Like the churros in our park. It's gonna be fine, guys. Just stay seated, stay calm. Uh-oh. The shark is destroying... Tram, I'm gonna save myself. Yeah, I'm gonna jump off. I'll see you folks later. Whoa, shark. There he is, everybody. Bruce the shark. Bruce was named after Steven Spielberg's lawyer, Bruce Raymer. Hey, raise your fins if you've seen Jaws. Almost everybody's seen it? All right, trivia question. Ready? On the count of 3, tell me what kind of shark he is. Here we go. 1, 2, 3. Plastic.
Didn't really work at all.
They were all the same. They're not working for me.
Just waiting well enough for a while there.
The salt water in the ocean melts the shark's mechanical system so he can't float. This ultimately halts production 103 days, costing Steven Spielberg $1 million in late production fees. Hey, did anyone recognize the Amity Beach from Murder, She Wrote, by the way? That's Cabin Cove, Maine. You can see it written on the dock, in fact. 12 seasons filmed there with Angela Lansbury. Murder, She Wrote also featured this White House to your right. This is her garden in the show. This is much more famous, though, from the best little whorehouse in Texas. Hey, bonus. The Chicken Ranch is just across the street from possibly the most famous neighborhood in modern television history.
If there is one.
Welcome to Wisteria Lane. Home to those desperate housewives. You are looking at a neighborhood that is 86 years old. Used to be known as Colonial Street. This was the location for The Munsters, Matlock, Murder, She Wrote, Karen Hood's films here, Buffalo Vampire Slayer, Desperate Housewives, Anytime you see a neighborhood on television, it's like a 50-50 chance it's this neighborhood right here. Thousands of commercials. Taco Bell, Toyota, Home Depot, Lowe's, Toyota, Ford, Nissan. Hey, let's talk movies. This is in the Burbs, 1980s classic. Casper filmed here. Music videos. Nelly, Kelly Rowland, Smash Mouth. The one thing missing from this neighborhood is the namesake of the street in Desperate Housewives. That, of course, is the wisteria flower that only grows naturally on the east coast of the United States. So we had to we had to create thousands of plastic versions and then staple them into our trees. Anyone want that job? No? Hey, Tram, no areas off limits for filming. Seriously. There are episodes in Desperate Housewives when they go hiking in the woods. They didn't go up to the sequoias. They kept it local on our backlot. As we turn this corner, we're going to drive you up a wilderness area. On either side of the street are some trees. That's where they did it. CSI hides dead body dummies on our trees. They go find them in the show. Even Bird Box, Sandra Bullock's Netflix film, worked in some of our wooded area here. Now this wilderness road is going to take us from Wisteria Lane to one of my favorite neighborhoods. I know it's 4th of July, but we're going to celebrate some Grinchmas. Time for some Whoville.
It's cuddly as a cactus, and it's charming as an eel, Mr. Grinch.
Now this was a massive undertaking, you guys. Ron Howard used 2 million feet of styrofoam to build Whoville. On top of that, he used 9 American football fields worth of fake snow to blanket the set.
One of the biggest creative challenges that we faced on How the Grinch Stole Christmas was to bring the storybook world of Dr. Seuss alive. Some of the most talented artists in Hollywood worked for months to create a living, breathing Whoville. When it was all done, they had built an entire city. And the fantasy world of Dr. Seuss became a reality.
Usually a movie will use maybe 4 sound stages. This movie used 11. One was only reserved to put the background Who's noses on. Just for the background Who's. Oh, by the way, the business that makes all of our snow has a very fun name. They're called There's No Business Like. I heard someone say it. Snow business. Tram. The Who's had so much more to worry about than the Grinch or 9 football fields of snow. Their neighbor, well, he turned out to be a total psycho. Hey, back to Alfred Hitchcock we go. Around this corner, as promised, the infamous Bates Motel. 1960 classic right here. This was the first American film that featured a flushing toilet. Whoa. Wait a second. Tram. We got a serious issue here. That's Norman Bates. He looks very panicked. And he's blinking a lot. This is not looking good, you guys. It's not his car. Norman has failed his driver's test every time. What is he doing? Oh no. Kids, look away. Parents, get a photo. Great photo. Are you kidding me? In front of us? Trim, let me handle this. Hey, Norman. Yeah, we saw what you did. Okay? Listen, buddy, we are not gonna let this slide, Norman Bates. Listen, buddy, we are gonna let this slide, Norman Bates, just this once. Don't come any closer, sir. Don't you dare. You stay where you are. Norman, no. Oh my gosh, come on, Tram, we're gonna drive up our psychopath. Now look out, you got the Psycho House on your left-hand side, which is available for Airbnb. I don't think you're gonna like your roommate up in that second-story window, though. Oh, I know why he's so upset. Look what they did to his backyard.
Oh my God.
Okay, the only word for this is wow. War of the Worlds, 2005, Steven Spielberg. This is a real Boeing 747 airplane. Now here are the numbers, Tram. $60,000 to purchase. $250,000 to transport it here. 3 months of preparation. It's on screen for 4 minutes.
The airplane crash site set is a perfect example of a set that is all designed around a vision that Steven had.
When we first began to sit down to talk about the War of the World, I thought, what if the 747 goes down right in a big neighborhood? Because it's just something you don't see.
You're doing good. You're doing good. Keep your eyes on me. Listen, listen, I want you to close your eyes, okay? Got them closed?
Robbie, get in. See that neighborhood to your left, top of the hill? Real neighborhood. Steven Spielberg paid them to go on a 2-week cruise while he filmed this scene so it could stay top secret. Hey, speaking of special effects, you guys, look on your right-hand side. Just past these trees is the largest special effects backdrop on the planet. See that blue wall on your right? All right, let me show you a scene here from Sully to illustrate how we use it. So we brought out the airplane, the actors, and the water, put all of that in front of the blue wall, and we actually filmed the scene exactly as you're watching it here. Now the real magic happens in the editing. Our effects team creates a digital image of that background, the skyline, and then they digitally add it to the blue wall. So what that means is anything in your imagination can go up there. Wait a second. Okay, I'm so sorry. I'm gonna stop this tour, you guys. We have a serious issue coming in. Apparently there's street racers causing problems on the backlot. We have the FBI on the line. Let me talk to him here. Agent Novak, what's going on, sir?
Look, this might be more serious than I thought.
What?
What just happened? This is a secure line.
I don't know what's happening. I didn't touch anything.
I'll tell you who I am, boy.
Whoa, whoa.
I'm the reason bad guys use a nightlight. I'm the reason the boogeyman begs his mama to look under his bed. And I'm the reason you just lost control of this whole operation. My name is Special Agent Luke Hobbs of the U.S. Diplomatic Security Service. And as of 16.9 seconds ago, I'm the man in charge.
The hell you are.
Let me clue you in on 2 things, sweet cheeks. 1, there's a high-value witness from the Federal Protection Program aboard your vehicle. And 2, an international crime syndicate led by Owen Shaw is honing in on this vehicle to take that witness out. Shaw's as ruthless as they come. He'll stop at nothing to eliminate his target. Every living soul on this vehicle is in serious danger. Other than that, enjoy the ride.
This is not your jurisdiction.
It is now, stink pickle.
I'm so tired of you state guys stepping in. Just whenever you feel like.
Mute him.
Yes, sir.
Don't you?
That's better. We're moving your vehicle to a safe location until we have the situation under control. Until then, I want everybody to stay calm. Enjoy the ride. I'm taking care of business. Hobbs out.
Okay, Tram, get those glasses in your hands. That is bulletproof eyewear. Do not put it on just yet. Just have that ready for your own safety. We're actually hiding in a street racer party hangout building. Let's see if we can get some...
My name is Roman Pierce.
Oh, hi.
Pleased to meet you.
Yeah, likewise.
Buddy Hobbs asked us to stash you from Shaw for a while. So we brought you in our secret spot. We're having a few friends over. It's a little messy, but it's all good. The more the merrier. Especially you right there in that 3rd row, like I was saying. So look, see over there? That's Hobbs' urban assault vehicle. Best truck the U.S. government can buy. But that work of art back over there was made by my man Tej. Think of it as like a Mona Lisa on wheels. Extra fun.
So did you break it down to them?
What's that?
You had one job to do, Roman, one. All right, look, guys, we're gonna keep Shaw from finding you, but to keep you safe, we need your help. We don't want the syndicate tracking us here, so put away your cameras and turn off your cell phones. One flash or one ringtone could give us away.
I need y'all to take this real serious.
Okay. Pull into the next bay.
Alright, we'll do just that, you guys. We're gonna pull ahead into this next room. It looks like they have some kind of dance party going on, guys. Bring your moves. Here we go.
This is what we doing. This is the race day after party, and the what other?
Roman Pierce, FBI, don't move.
Neil?
That's right, party's over.
You know how long I took to iron this shirt, man? I'm not.
You're under arrest right now.
Ladies, just back up a little bit. I got you. It's lightweight. First of all, I don't work for you.
Oh, really? Well, tell me, Roman, who do you work for?
We don't work for nobody. Cop, I suggest you clear out of here, otherwise we can't guarantee your safety.
Guarantee my safety? I'm the one holding the gun.
Yeah, but mine's a whole lot bigger than yours.
Escort this novice out.
Let's go, Cookie Puss.
You got an ugly suit on, man. It's cheap.
Somebody out there really pissed off Shaw. It's gonna get ugly fast.
Yeah, don't worry. Lucky for you, our whole family will protect you.
Are you kidding me, Roman? You didn't shut off your phone, bro?
I gotta call you back. I'm in the middle tonight.
See what I'm talking about?
Call you back.
Man.
It was on vibrate.
Shaw traced us. Ops can't hold it forever. Letty, Roman, we're up. Driver, move that vehicle.
It's about to get real interesting. My Mona Lisa's all warmed up right next door.
Okay, Tram, get your glasses on immediately. Owen Shaw has traced our location. Just a hijinks. Really scary parking structure up ahead, folks. Stay seated. Keep your eyes peeled.
This is done. Sean's trying to go through the parking structure. Might have to make a run. Tell your passengers to hang on.
You heard what he said. Once again, glasses on, everybody. Good luck.
Which one of you is the witness? Speak now or you all get fried! This is our turn. Move! After that!
Okay, guys, it's showtime. Come to the left. We ain't moving fast enough. Roman, Lenny, hook him up.
Hit it!
Now we're moving.
John, look out!
You give me the witness, Toretto, we call it a day! The witness is mine, Lenny!
How about you eat asphalt?
Don't think you're getting away! Call it the...
Way to go, Lenny.
Don't blind it under missile shot!
Not gonna happen. Don't worry, I got this.
Woman, don't shoot! Head for the bridge! Under construction!
Hit the nitrous. Ride or die.
Hit it, you guys. There it is. Fast and Furious Supercharged. Take those glasses off. You guys are surrounded by the largest 3D screens on the planet. Good job, Tram.
Good job, everybody. You protected the witness and you can resume breathing.
You know it's crazy out there. You guys ride hard. Respect.
My Mona Lisa got messed up a little bit, but it's all good. We got through it. Y'all held us down. Appreciate it.
They say the bigger the family, the stronger it is. You guys did good out there. And you're welcome to join our crew anytime.
The end. We did it. Give yourselves a round of applause, you guys. Keep going for our driver, Ben, for saving our lives. All right, let's get you back to our theme park here, folks. Now, a couple quick things. Don't forget, we close at 10 o'clock tonight. If you want help planning your day, we do have an app for your phone. It's called the Universal Studios Hollywood app. Not Orlando, Hollywood app. And it gives you all park updates, show times, wait times, all that good stuff. Once again, that is the Universal Studios Hollywood app. As you get off the tram, be sure to toss your glasses in the blue bins. I'll be hanging nearby if you have any questions. Again, my name is Eddie. Thank you so much, everybody. Enjoy the rest of your day. Universal Studios Hollywood, the entertainment capital of LA.
With every movie that we make at Illumination, the heart of the film is defined by its characters. And with pets, their universality is undeniable. Working on a sequel, we really strive for absolute discovery and freshness.
No.
Let's start over. Yep.